It's February. Yes, I know I haven't vlogged anything since Christmas and January, but I think I can kind of speak for everyone when I say mental health has been like really low. January was really tough. I barely did anything. I read a lot, I played a lot of Animal Crossing. We watched the entire series of the US Office, which is amazing, and I don't know why I haven't watched it already, but yeah, it was great. My camera battery is already flashing at me, even though I've definitely charged these because I've not used them since December, so just bear with. Okay, we have a new battery. Let's see how long this one lasts. Oh, are you joking me? This one's also flashing. Oh, okay. Third time lucky. Nothing's flashing yet. That's a good sign. Right, where was I? Basically, I've decided I need to come back on because I haven't done anything productive or anything. I've literally done nothing since Christmas time. Just having a grooming sesh. Just don't mind the cat. At least she's nice and clean. January was a very tricky month. It was hard for me to get any sort of motivation because it was really cold. We weren't really allowed to leave the house. We couldn't see anybody, couldn't see any friends and family. And we couldn't spend Christmas with anybody, so it was just me and Sam and the cat for Christmas Day, which was fine. It was nice, we had a nice day, but it just wasn't the same as a lot of people in the UK who were in tier 1 and 2 and whatever, who could spend Christmas together, but it didn't make any difference because a few days later everybody went into lockdown anyway. And here we are. So I am on book number 9 of the year. It is the 11th of February, so mainly all I'm doing is reading, which is good in a way because it means I can get through my to be read list, which is never ending. I've got so many that I've added into my book list because 2020 just made me into a massive reader, which I'm not complaining about at all. I am loving reading more. It's giving me a bit of more of a purpose because I've got all of these things that I've wanted to read for years and I can finally get through them and feel like I'm being productive in that sense. Sam bought me Animal Crossing for Christmas, so I've been playing that every day, probably more than I should be, but it's such a good escape game and you do get really invested in the villagers that live on your island and all the tasks you have to do throughout the day and all the money you have to raise to pay Tom Nook. Like, Tom Nook, he's a crook. Tom Nook is a crook. But aside from that, January was end of December to January, didn't do very much. I did cut and colour my hair because the blonde was really dead. I love the blonde and I really miss it, but I just figured I've always wanted to dye my hair ginger and to kind of see what it would look like, and because my hair was so light at the ends it would pick up the colour a bit more, so I gave it a go. I do like it, I think it suits me, but I just don't feel like it's right for now, if that makes sense. I don't know. I obviously haven't changed it. I did it on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I tied it on New Year's Eve. So my roots are starting to come through now. And I'm at the stage where I'm like, do I re-dye it? Do I do the touch-ups? Do I just dye it brunette? At the moment I'm just leaving it because I don't know. I'm so indecisive. I'm genuinely like the most indecisive person in the world. Anyway, I can honestly just chat for England. I mainly came on because beginning of February, I talk with my hands too much, I'm sorry. The beginning of February, Sam and I decided that, well, I decided that it was time to do a little kitchen renovation. So we are in a new build. Everything is all brand new. Well, we've lived here since May last year now, so it's kind of coming up to a year, which is insane. But we first viewed the house last February. Oh my God, it is a year. Wow. We viewed the house last February. Oh my gosh. As it's a new kitchen, we don't feel like we have any right to rip the whole thing out and start again because it just seems ridiculous and a waste of time. We are just going to do little bits. So the sink is stainless steel. We cannot, for love nor money, keep it clean because we don't have a dishwasher. We are going to buy some tiles, which I do have downstairs. I'll go and grab it in a minute. We are going to replace the sink with a ceramic white sink. We are going to replace the tap to black. The handles are all going to be black thin ones. I've also got them, I'll show them in a minute. And the backsplash we will be ripping off and then tiling the entire sides of the kitchen in white subway, that's a mouthful, white subway herringbone tiles. And I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, we'd like to change the extractor fan at some point because it's quite clunky and it doesn't, I don't know, it's not the nicest looking extractor fan, but that's not as much of a necessity as changing the sink and the tiling at the back. Oh yeah, and we're also going to recover the worktops. So at the moment they're just black resin, maybe? It kind of looks like a marbly type of thing, but it has barely any texture to it. So we are going to buy a wrap. It's called a vinyl adhesive, and they come in all different kinds of patterns and prints, but we're going to buy a rustic woody looking one. I've already bought one, but I think it's a bit too much of a match for the flooring and it might look a bit too samey. And there's another one coming hopefully next week that'll be a little bit darker, and I think that'll be the winner. But we'll wait until everything's here and then we'll properly sit down and think about it. So these are the handles that we've gone for. They are still in the plastic, so it might be a bit rustly. So they're just plain black, I think they're matte. Yeah, kitchen cupboard handles. They're stainless steel and they're black. We have two different sizes, so this is a 16 centimetre and that's a 32 centimetre. The holes, not end to end. They were really hard to find the right size for our kitchen handles. Because we're not changing the doors, the handles had to be exactly the right width to work with our doors because they're not painted. I think they're also covered in some sort of vinyl. It just wouldn't work. It has to be exact, otherwise we'd have to fill it and paint it, but we can't paint it because it's vinyl, so it had to be perfect. The other thing is the tiles. So these are the ones that we've gone with. We've gone with these subway gloss tiles. I didn't initially want gloss because we had this matte one and I thought this would look a lot nicer. However, I've only heard bad things about matte tiles, that they're really, really hard to clean and they never look as nice and polished. But when the sink arrived, it is near enough exactly the same as this, so we just thought it needs to match. This will look so much nicer. It'll be easier to keep clean. Because our kitchen is so small, it'll add a little bit of a reflective mirror-like quality, so it'll make the room feel a little bit bigger because the light will be bouncing around. This is the kind of vinyl thing that we're going for, so like a wood effect. It does have texture in it, which is quite nice. And this is from DC Fix from B&Q, but this is the brand that we're going with anyway because we've heard good things and it should be nice and easy just to cover all of the surfaces. My feet are getting pins and needles. Anyway, this one's not going to be very happy with me because I need to strip the bed. I'm sorry. Today we're going to go for a walk, maybe up to Aldi, because our cars have been snowed in for about a week now. It's honestly been snowing non-stop for about 4 or 5 days and we've not really left the house. It's kind of crazy.
Are you gonna get up so I can do the bed, please? Please, please, please.
Are you gonna come up? Just feel like I should mention that this is one of maybe like 3 times I've actually done my hair and makeup since Christmas. I'm not going anywhere or doing anything, so I thought, well, I'll treat this vlog as if I'm actually doing something nice. And going for a walk later, so getting out of the house, and I don't know, I just feel like sometimes you need to do it to feel a bit more human at the moment. Especially in this lockdown, you kind of need to dress up sometimes and pretend that everything's normal and everything is okay. It's kind of hard to pick up on the gingeriness of my hair. Oh, there you go, that looks a bit more gingery there. So that is it currently. I don't know. I just don't know. And this is the amount of snow we currently have. So what's this, day 4 of snow?
I think so.
Day 4? Yeah, we've had a lot of snow and it's just been building on top and on top and on top. So as we've opened the door, it's kind of just gone on top of that snow there. We obviously have put Midnight out in it a little bit, but she hates it. Hey. Oh yeah. Don't make room. Do it at a running jump. Oh no, go back, go further in. It's so deep. Do some snow angels. You're here now.
Stuck. He knows.
Taking matters into my own hand. She hates it so much.
She's so funny.
Oh, I just want you to like the snow. This is the ceramic sink that we've gone with. So it matches the tile, which I've left upstairs, but it does match the tile almost perfectly. It's the same layout as our other one, so it does have the middle bit and then a bit for the drying rack. Yeah, and we also bought a black tap. Black tap will match the black handles. The white ceramic sink will match the tiles, and then the wood will match the floor. So everything should tie together. So this is the kitchen currently. I've just had to do the washing up so that I can actually show you. But this is it. It's pretty basic. It doesn't look that interesting, but to try and make it a bit more us, all of these door handles will be changing to those black ones that I showed, that I had on the screen. And then we're gonna have the white herringbone subway tiles going all the way from this side all the way up here, potentially along the back here up to the top of the extractor fan. I'm not quite sure, we haven't decided. It might go straight, it might go up, we don't know, because then we don't know how far to carry it on along here. We also have like a wooden thing, but we had to get to the boiler about a month ago, so we took it off, and but basically the boiler was leaking. So that piece of wood that was here is damaged, so we need to try and recut it and make it a little bit smaller so it doesn't take up quite so much space, because obviously we don't have that much kitchen surface to work with. This is it. And we've got all of the stuff in the corner just because we needed more space. This is not ideal. I don't want everything shoved in that corner because it does look messy, and I'd rather not have everything out all the time. The worktops will probably look similar to the flooring, but hopefully a little bit darker than that. I want to keep a lot of woody tones in the room to try and make it a bit more, I don't know, earthy. And then the sink will be changing to that white ceramic sink and a black tap. I've heard black taps are really hard to clean, but it can't be any worse than cleaning stainless steel. It's honestly the worst. I hate it. So this backsplash is going to be ripped out. This bit here is all going to be ripped out. This goes all the way along so that we don't have that extra bit of wood going around. So this will all just be tiled in the white herringbone. That's the idea anyway. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm waiting for these bananas to go a little bit more ripe before I will make a banana bread with them. But yeah, that's the plan. It'll kind of look a little bit like this wood that I have here. That kind of herringbone-y. So the tile will go like that, and then the other one will go like that. I can't wait to get these handles changed. I think that will instantly make such a difference to the room. We don't like these, they're really massive and clunky, and I mean, the kitchen as a whole is okay. It's obviously usable, it's nice, it's all new, but it's not, it just has no character. So without trying to spend loads of money on it, we're doing this on a budget. We're not spending very much on this at all because we're only using vinyl and tile. I think the tiling's probably going to cost the most, but we need tiles in here. It will just make it look so much nicer. And this backsplash needs to leave. I hate it. They're just from Amazon. They're stainless steel, and they are matte, which I know will leave marks, but it just means we've got to be a bit more on top of the cleaning. But that will go there. You just about to see that? I'll get the vision. Yeah, see, that already looks so much nicer. It's just a bit more interesting. So they'll be going on all of them. I think we've got 12 or 11 short ones and about the same in long as well, because they're all along the bottom. This one's the gloss and this one is the matte. The herringbone should look something like that, and then it will be repeated down. We are going to use a grey grout rather than black because we think it might look a little bit nicer. It's such a small room that the black might look a little bit heavy, and the grey is the effect that we want to go for. So we're going for the grey, and we're going to have black handles and a black tap anyway, so it will kind of all mix together and not look so dark. But yeah, so this will be the herringbone. It'll be like this, going all the way around the kitchen, and I'm going to try and attempt to do it myself. Sam's going to try and do the sink himself. We are going to watch a lot of YouTube videos and ask lots of questions, and if we do get stuck then we'll obviously bring a plumber in or whatever, but I like doing things myself, I like DIY, I enjoy it, and I kind of want to teach myself how to do it anyway. I have kind of done tiling, grouting before when I was at school, so I've got a tiny bit of experience with it, but I wouldn't say I've done a kitchen tiling. And the same with Sam, he's done little bits, but he's never actually done a full sink, so we will see how it goes. Hopefully we'll be fine, but I will, I'm planning on doing a full video of us changing the kitchen completely. So, like from start to finish. This is just me trying to explain the vision and the plans that we have going on. I'm so excited that we have all these little bits now. It's actually coming together.
Yeah. I'm a farmer.
We're about to venture out. I'm wearing the old trusty Wellington boots. A bit dirty actually.
Dirty.
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 Can't do that. Trying to dig in this outfit to go to Aldi. Don't even care. My new coat that I got for Christmas from Zara. Flipping love it. It's super cool.
Oh, this is what I wear all the time.
Yeah, it's what you wear all the time.
And my PD jumper. Denim jacket.
Yeah.
Big boots. Ripped jeans.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we have I don't know if I said, but we put one of these little like flashlights in here because we didn't have one when we moved in, and it was always dark. But now look, amazing. It's just a light sensor. It turns off as soon as we shut the door. Well, after a couple of seconds, it turns off. It's just super useful. That's our shoe cupboard and coat cupboard. Yeah, I like my hair today, but I'm wearing it with stuff that actually looks nice. And I dig the ginger. I think it looks cute.
I dig it.
What do you think?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Still super bright at the bottom of the blonde.
Yeah. I don't want to document the fact that we've left the house in the snow. I'm filming, but I'm terrified that I'm going to drop it in the snow. Or fall. We both have got rubber sole shoes, so we should be fine, but the fear's still there.
That's the road crossing is
Sludgy. Ooh, see.
Around the sludge.
Huh?
It's proper like powdery stuff.
Howdy, I know, it's pretty. One massive pro of where we live is that we've got so much woodland around. So we live right next door to a really big woodland, and then we've got this little one as well. So there's just lots of, well, I mean, it's good for lockdown. We've got so many different walking routes to take, and especially at the moment, with it looking like this, it's just super pretty. And Sam's like the happiest when it snows. Get over how pretty it is. With it being really sunny, it just picks up all of the I keep saying glitter, but it's glittery snow. Keeps picking up all like the sparkly snow. It's so pretty.
Smooth.
Record this B-roll. Ugh. So cold. We're back from our Aldi run. We've got literally everything. They had these like heart profiteroles that I will have to take lactose tablets for, but how cute are they? So we've got them for Sunday, and we've got some buffalo chicken wings that also look, they've also got like Valentine's-y heart stuff all over them. Aside from that, we really just needed bread, like the instant baguettes, and a big pack of tiger bread, because that is the best bread anyway. Tiger bread wins, always. I'm actually so hungry. It's about 2:30. I'm starving. My absolute favourite thing right now is lychees. They're selling them, and every time I've gone up there I've bought a new packet. I love lychees so much, and you can just never find them in England, and they've started selling them. I don't know how long they're going to be there for, probably not a long time, but they're so good, so good. You can probably hear all the building work going on outside. They're drilling, sawing something, and I've got the washing on, so it's kind of noisy. I'm gonna make a hot chocolate now though. So I figured while that was heating, I'd open up our samples. I'm in the process of ordering a dining table. Yeah. But I couldn't decide on what kind of wood to go for. Oh my god, they're so beautiful. Anyway, I found this company on Found this company on Etsy. It's called Cozy Wood, but they do have a website as well. And I went through their website to order some samples, and they were really great. They messaged, I can't actually believe this, they messaged me and said, what are you trying to match it with? Are you trying to match it with something, or do you want some advice or help or whatever? And I showed them our coffee table in the living room, and they said, oh, I'd suggest you get this sample, because I had already decided on the 4 that I wanted, but they were there to kind of guide, and they are gorgeous. They're samples. I can't even, how pretty are they? Anyway, I'll take them into the lounge in a minute, because I'll have to put them up against stuff. I like the darker two woods best, like these two. These two. Oh my god, they're gorgeous. I can't believe they come like that. It's like an actual block of wood. It's like actual, that's amazing. I love that. That's so cool. Wow. And that's why they only send you 4, because they are beautiful quality. Okay, it's gonna be a tough decision.
Oh,
I know.
they're really cute.
I know. They're so nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
Trust her to find the one sunny spot in the entire house. This is ideally what we're matching it with. So this one is definitely too light. I don't like the natural. Natural brown is a bit too yellowy, I think, a bit too orangey. So it's probably going to be between these two, the light brown or the brown oak. That one's gorgeous. The brown oak. I don't know. The rest of the day, I think I'm just going to sit on Animal Crossing for a little bit, because I've not been on very much today. I haven't done my daily tasks. And I'm reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I'm only on about 20% of that, so I need to read a little bit more. Yeah. Switch.